Okay, hello guys. Well, I am recording this video for you to understand the pronunciations of the verbs in past, the regular verbs as I mentioned during the classes. I took a long time to finally create this video for you, but this is just for you to understand. No? Let's start by mentioning this is one of the most common mistakes regarding pronunciation, and I suppose, in my opinion, this is the part where normal users and more advanced users change, or move from this place to that one. Regarding the regular verbs, we know that are all the verbs or all the words that we use with the ending ed, right? Not only the verbs, but also adjectives. No? For example, interested or bored. They are adjectives which end in ed. So they also count in here. No? That is why this pronunciation is very important. Let's start by mentioning something. When you think of a verb that is regular, we usually say, for example, play, which is regular, so we put the ed, right? One thing we need to consider is literally, none of the verbs in past are pronounced ed. Played, no. Helped, looked, no. The sound ed in English doesn't exist. Ninguno se pronuncia ed. Ese famoso kissed, watched, washed. Ese ed es imposible. The ed ending has three possible sounds. And none is ed. The first one is the sound id. 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 Una I muy corta. Id. No ed. Id. Also, the pronunciation can be with a letter T, no? T. 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 Que de hecho es una consonante explosiva porque expulsamos un poco de aire cuando suena, ¿no? T. Id, t, and the. Or no, played, played, the. No, the sound the. La lengua bajo los dientes, un poquito hacia atrás, ¿no? Cold, ¿no? Es una D, de hecho es un sonido muy ligerito. Con esto dicho, entonces, nos damos cuenta que por esta razón ningún verbo puede pronunciarse ed, ¿no? Wanted, no. Puede ser id, t, o th. Is that arbitrary? Do you think that is by your decision, your own decision? No. There are certain rules. And the rules of pronunciation are very easy, but they are very extensive. Usually the pronunciation is with practice, practice, practice. The more practice you have, the better you advance in English. Let's start with the sound id. When do the verbs are pronounced, or when are the verbs, id? Well, this is very easy, and it depends on the last letter of the verb. We can have verbs with the letter T or D. For example, the verb want, or the verb need. You see? Letter T, letter D. The verbs want and the verb need are regular. So, wanted, needed. How do we pronounce the id? The ed, Ed? No. Id. Id. So let's try to say it. No? Want, id. Want, id. 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 need it, need it. So we would say wanted, needed. In the verbs that have a letter T, the letter T sounds less, no? So we don't say wanted, but wanted, 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 needed, needed, it. You listen to it, it, wanted, needed. They are the verbs which are pronounced it, the ones that finish in letter T or letter D. In a moment I will give you more examples. Also, we have the words ending with the sound t, no? T. That is the sound t. You have to expel some air. T, t, t. You see? Try to do that sound before we start. T, t. If you feel the air coming out of your mind, you are doing well. If you don't feel the air, the pronunciation will not be recognizable. Yeah. You don't recognize it. Okay? What verbs are pronounced with the letter T? Here, the rule turns a little bit harder because there are a lot of letters. But at the end of the session, I will explain you what is my trick for this. The verb that finishes in letter P, in letter K, in letter F, in letter GH, in the letter SH, in the letter CH, SS, in the letter X, and in the letter C. For example, help, no, with P, look with K, sniff with F, laugh with GH, dance. The last letter is the letter E, but it's not pronounced, so we say dance. We also have wash, watch, kiss, and fix. So what happened in here? All of them are regular, right? So we put the ED here, 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 here. So can we say helpeth, looketh? No. And that is usually the pronunciation we make, no? But it's not correct. It's with a t. Remember the sound t. Help t. Try to do it separated first. Listen to me and try to repeat. Help t. Look t. Sniff t. The t should be exaggerated when you are practicing, because when you are speaking it will become more normal, more fluid. But when you are speaking, when you are practicing, you need to exaggerate it a lot. No? Laugh t. Dance t. Wash t. Watch t. Kiss t. Fix t. Let's try to repeat them. No? Now faster. Helped. You see? Helped. The t is the last position. If your mouth doesn't finish in t, aquí, t, the pronunciation is incorrect. Helped, looked, sniffed, laughed, danced, washed, watched, kissed, fixed. The t is what makes you sound like you are using past. If you don't say the t, it doesn't sound, and it sounds like present. And finally, the letter or the sound, sorry, v, no, v, the D. So in this case, the letters again are the rest, of course. This is the last, so this is the last. These are the last letters. L, N, R, G, for example, V, S, Z, V, or M. like the verb call, like the verb clean, like the verb offer, no? Like the verb damage. It finishes in E, but the E doesn't sound. Like in love, right? Like in use. But use is usually pronounced with a T. Later we talk about that. Amaze, no? We also have rob. That rob in past is with double B. And we have also claim. So again, in this case, the pronunciation is v. I'm gonna try to make it closer so you can listen. La lengua dentro en la parte superior, ¿no? Tocando los dientes de arriba. Hay que tratar de exagerarlo. So we would say cold, cold. No dejes el call ahí sonando. Call, no. Cold, cold, cold. The v is what makes you sound in past. Clean, clean, clean. Try to make the difference. Clean, clean. There is a difference. Offer to offered, offered. Damage, damaged, damaged. Love, loved, loved, loved. Used, used. Some people pronounce it with a T. Amazed, amazed. The amazed. Robbed, robbed. Or claimed, claimed. At the end. Claimed. So as you can see, none of the verbs are pronounced it. We can say it or th. Now, teacher, but it is very complicated. Te voy a pasar mi tip. Mi tip es que para mí los de it son bien fáciles de aprender, ¿no? Yo, por ejemplo, me los aprendí así. Los de it son dos, T y D. Eso te lo grabas. Ocupa un poquito de almacenamiento aquí. T y D se pronuncia id. Eso grábatelo. Luego, la pronunciación con T son los difíciles, las letras difíciles. El CH, el SH, el SS, la X, la K, ¿no? La GH. Son sonidos poco convencionales. Más la P y la F, ¿no? Pero eso es otra cosa. Pero son sonidos raros, ¿no? Y si no están en la T y la D que ya te grabaste, no están en los sonidos raros, pues por eliminación lo dejas al D. That is my tip. You can do your best. Try to do it with the other verbs, no? I'm gonna put one exercise. And you try to do it. What about, for example, try to do it you. Work, play, change, ask, start, wait, pick, explain. Put pause in the video and analyze what is the last letter. Pause it and analyze it. No? Analyze. What do you think? When you finish, you continue. No? Work is with a T. Play is with a T. Change is with a T. Ask is with a T. Start is with it. No? Wait is with it. Pick is with T. and explain is with D. Vamos a intentar decirlos. Te voy a dar una pausa para que tú los vayas repitiendo en voz alta. Siempre practica en voz alta. Worked, worked. Played, played. Changed, changed. Asked, asked. Started, started. Te dije que la T suena menos, ¿no? Started. Waited, waited. Picked, picked. Explained, explained.